Good morning. Today is Tell the Truth Tuesday. We're going to tell the truth and shame the devil. The Lake County News Sun, the Baltimore Sun, participated in fraud. They knowingly lied to the public. You got FCC violations by Jane Miller, Barry Sims, the Baltimore Brew, the Baltimore Banner, the Baltimore Sun. Yeah, you knowingly misled the public. It's making a documentary about Governor O'Malley and his mom machine, and started in 2006 called Get Shorty. I also making a movie called Let Us Design. I was making two movies at the same time. It was a backup plan, a plan B. Then I got some more movies, all about Baltimore's politics and the politicians. So President Biden, you was Senator Biden when I started this. I started this with President Bush, all right, in 2006, all right. President Obama asked for an investigation in 2008. The Senate was supposed to investigate Barbara Mikulski, Van Hollen. If you was in office in 2006, you was supposed to participate in an investigation into your prison industry. There's no oversight on the prison industry. You feel me? So I went to jail as a lab rat in Illinois and in Maryland. I spent 186 days in Illinois and 85 days in Maryland. And I beat you in court. I fired my lawyer and defended myself. Google search State of Illinois versus Dwayne Davis, 1986. I got a right to defend myself. I'm a jailhouse lawyer. I ain't a jailhouse snitch. You make a lot of money off of black bodies, so we're going to start with this story right here. That's Get Shorty. That's Dwayne G. Davis on Falls Road. Dear Mr. Davis. Shorty program. Shorties is a self-help organization for the redevelopment and re-education of the young. It's an acronym. All right? So, put it in a book. Let you see what I've been doing. That's the Baltimore Ravens. Ozzie Newsome when he played with the Cleveland Browns. That's Ed Mulatolo from the Ravens and me. And we talk about the Baltimore Sun, the Lake County News Sun, because your media demonizes black people. I don't need 1 million people to march. I need 1 million people to pay attention. I'm getting ready to file a class action lawsuit. But I had a $250 million lawsuit against the state, the Baltimore Sun, and the people that participated in my kidnapping. Kidnapping is a federal offense. I'm not Jesse Smollett. I'm Shorty. I'm not Emmett Till. I'm Shorty. You feel me? I speak up for myself, and I know how to defend myself. That's Lake County, Illinois. The Lake County News Sun. That's the Baltimore Sun. Community in crisis. We out here dying, man. We burying our kids, and y'all ain't saying a motherfucking thing. Y'all glad that our kids is dying, and the ones that ain't dying, you locking them up. So I gave you the Shorty program. Shorties. Self-help organization for the redevelopment and re-education of the young. I've been Shorty all my life, and I gave you the program. I gave you economics. I gave you social life skills. I gave you political. I gave you medical. And I gave you environmental. Like I said, I got a vested interest in this. I got skin in the game. That's my son. I buried him in 2006. So I got a vested interest in this. I told y'all I ain't from around here, so I gave y'all a can of whoop ass. And I gave all of y'all that information. I ain't got to put my hands on you to beat you. Zion Forum Residents Support Anti-Violence Program. I gave you an anti-violence program. That's me and Nookie. You feel me? Dwayne Davis and Ellen Parker. That's me in 2006. I had my hat in my hand. I ain't got my hat in my hand no more. These are the individuals that know all about it. President Obama, Lisa Madigan, Patrick Fitzgerald, Director of the FBI, Quinn O'Malley, County Board. You feel me? I did all this on paper, and the Baltimore Sun had this. It's notarized. It's legal. This is me from the 80s. Territorial drug dispute. I used to do that thing. Suspect turns himself in. That's me in the 80s. So everything that y'all fight now, I was fighting then. We talk about discrimination in public accommodations because we got a right to access the court. Under Senate Bill 374, we can access the grand jury. Marcella Holloman versus Marilyn Mosby, we can access the grand jury. But you got Scott Shellenberger blocking us access. You got Attorney General Anthony Brown blocking us access. That's the law, y'all. The law say we can go to court, and we're going to go to court because kidnapping is a federal offense. I'm an activist. And I blew the whistle on our government and the corruption in your courts. And I'm going to court. We're going to take this to Thurgood Marshall. Judge Badar got this. Chief Justice Roberts of the Supreme Court told me to file this. It's called a writ of certiorari. It gives us a right to access the court under meritorious cases. A meritorious case means that it makes a difference. And locking up black people makes a difference. That's the Supreme Court, 2007. You feel me? Dwayne Davis versus Illinois. That's my Storm Falls Road. You got that? Under Article 3 of the Constitution. You feel me? So we're going to use my constitutional rights. Because I went to court here in Maryland, in the circuit court, and I asked for a hearing. I never got one. Y'all kidnapped me from my home and y'all stole my property. A motion for a public hearing. See the date? That's a legal notice. And I filed that paper with the courts. 07 CF 4988. I never got a trial. I am Dred Scott. Do blacks have rights in which white America respects? Videos played. Everything. You feel me? Videos played. I want all of that. That's Governor O'Malley. That's Governor Quinn. The Attorney General, and President Obama. President Obama asked for an investigation in 2008. I ain't got that investigation yet. That's Senator Ben Cardin's. And he got everything from 2007 till now. 4/3/2023. N62528. You feel me? That's public information. Shorty documentary. That's the Baltimore Sun. That's Brent Jones. That's ABC, NBC, and CBS. Fox 45. And that's Charles Gibson, World News Tonight. And y'all signed for that. Ain't no law against making a movie. That's part of my program. Part of the Shorty program is documentaries, movies, visual arts, performing arts. I'm an artist. I'm an activist. I'm a professional. And I'm a cook. So if you go to Izzy Pataki, if you go to Adrian Jones, if you go to Anthony Brown, the Attorney General, the Maryland Black Caucus, Delegate Stephanie Smith, Ivan Bates, Peter Francott, Mark Steiner, Marilyn Mosby, Governor Hogan, and President Biden. That ain't all. That's Anthony Brown. That's Ivan Bates. That's Judge Carrion. That's Mayor Brandon Scott. That's Xavier Conway from the courts, the clerk of the court. That's Judge Mary Barbera. That's the public defender of the state of Maryland. That's Delegate Sheila Roof. That's Jared Jimenez from the Board of Elections, because we talking about voter suppression by the Democratic Party. Black ex-felons got a right to vote. Can vote and run for office. That's Bill Ferguson. And that's the White House, 2009. All right? 1402 Lochner. You kidnapped me from my home and you took my property. My intellectual property is covered under the First Amendment of the Constitution. And that's President Barack Obama from the White House. You feel me? You can't use your positions of power to protect the corruption. Barbara Mikulski, you had that information. Yeah. The prison industry. And Obama asked for an investigation and you've been silent. Silence is consent. That's Governor Schaefer and me. I know Governor Schaefer, Governor Glendening, Governor O'Malley, Governor Erek, and I know Wes Moore. You feel me? And I know Wes Moore. So we're going to give you more. That's Shorty's Underground, like the Underground Railroad. I was established in 1998. The Underground Railroad, like Harriet Tubman. And I own me. You feel that? You see that? I'm the chairman, the president, the treasurer, and the secretary. And I got a vacancy. And ain't nobody felt that. I'm the cook in Baltimore. In 2023, I don't get justice. You don't get no peace. We going to court with this. You see that? That's a whistleblower's application. Maryland's courts. You see that? You see who got that? Email, Maryland government. That's the public defender's office. You see what it says? Respectfully submitted. Political prisoner, N62528, DOJ number, and founding member of the Baltimore block. That's U.S. codes. Because if you're going to break the law, you got to know the law. And I know the law. And y'all broke the law. Y'all got to pay for that. So Governor Wes Moore, you wear the mask, you got to put in the work. That's Governor Wes Moore. All right? Kidnapping by Scott Shellenberger, 2/7/2011. Michael Waller, 12/24/2007. I was kidnapped. We talking about racism in the 21st century. You the first black governor. Do blacks have rights in which white America respects? At the end of session of 2023, April the 10th, y'all had this, all right? Y'all got that. I want to file a writ of certiorari to go to the Supreme Court, a writ of certiorari. And that's Governor Larry Hogan, Adrian Jones, Bill Ferguson, Stephanie Smith, Attorney General Anthony Brown, you feel me? Attorney General Erek Barron, Mayor Brandon Scott, Scott Shellenberger, Ivan Bates, Chief Justice Mary Mabera, Judge Carrion, Judge Cox, the Clerk of the Court Xavier Conway, and Judge Bell. Y'all got that? That's my number. Karen York coming back to town. Ask her about me. Out for Justice. Job Opportunity Task Force. That's PFK Boom. Yeah, we all we got, we all we need. That's the Baltimore Teachers Union president. Yeah, Diamond Tay. We talking about activism in Baltimore. And everybody got a story about Shorty. Ask Karen York the first day that she met me. Ask Tawanda Jones. Ask the People's Power Assembly. Ask Annie Chambers. I'm an activist. Remember that. The founding member of the Baltimore Block. Get Shorty. Say if you want to hide something, hide it in a book. This is worth $250 million. It's my intellectual property. Get Shorty. Remember that. So President Biden, I got 14 books. I got 14 movies. I'm going to eat for the rest of my life. I don't need 1 million people to march. I need 1 million people to pay attention. They pay attention to dumbass shit. I'm as dumb as it get. I'm ignorantly intelligent. I'm a jailhouse lawyer. I ain't a jailhouse snitch. So President Biden, if you will nominate O'Malley, he got dirty laundry. I don't think you want that on your steps. Mic check.